Opinions and stories around the game we love, told by your favorite storytellers. Stay up to date with all things cricket. Subscribe to Cricbuzz's YouTube channel and press that bell icon now.
Zach, that was complete destruction, wasn't it?
Absolutely, there's no doubt about it. We did mention that the net run rate point was discussed in the halfway through the innings, and it was something which we were expecting. We got better than what we expected, so that's damn good. I think if you ask me after New Zealand game, which India lost, and when things were standing, a lot had to go India's way. So you can say that right now that Afghanistan and New Zealand game is going to be very, very crucial game, because that's your chance. That's your chance of qualification now, because you have gone past Afghanistan now on net run rate. You have done what it took to get to this situation, and this is the best you could have done now to give yourself the chance before that game happens.
Yeah.
So that is done now. All eyes on 7th November, GK. That's how it's going to be, because the other part is an easier part now.
Yeah.
We'll say relatively easier. You've seen, the intent shown by the Indian team in the last two games. Whatever it is going to be required to do on that particular day with regard to net run rate or otherwise winning the game,
Namibia, which is the last game for India. Yeah.
But you will know beforehand. That's the good part.
Yeah.
So now we just have to wait and see how the Afghanistan and New Zealand game goes on 7th.
Correct. Everyone is going to be rooting for Afghanistan in that Afghanistan-New Zealand game, because again, India will be taking on Namibia, very inexperienced team. You know that India will get the better of Namibia. It'll have to really take something very drastically miraculous to happen for India to drop that game. But then, of course, there's the New Zealand-Afghanistan game, which essentially becomes like a quarterfinal then. It becomes a quarterfinal for New Zealand, because New Zealand has to win to qualify that game. And if Afghanistan wins, then they have to win it at, they'll have certain net run rate calculations, because they'll have to go up above India's net run rate. But DK, as you pointed out in the mid-game show, India's net run rate is going to get an even bigger boost in the next game.
Yes, I don't think the net run rate is a problem for India at all.
Yeah,
just need to wait and watch on the 7th of November if Afghanistan have it in them to take on New Zealand and probably take them down in many ways. The question of net run rate is not a problem at all. It's pretty straightforward. India is way ahead in that game. They're the best in the group, in fact. They're way better than Pakistan as well. But it's the points that's going to matter the most, not the net run rate for India at least. I think they've shown the world how good they are. Obviously, when you come up against Afghanistan and Scotland, you're expected to win, but put in a dominating performance like this against two good opponents, it's just good to watch, and it's good for India as well. They'll feel they can breathe a little easy, and they'll feel a lot better for the kind of cricket they've played, because I think after the first two games they would have been probably a little disappointed, but now they'll at least know that what they're capable of is a lot better than what they did in the first two games.